I'm Noah, a 25-year-old trader living in Southeast Asia, and today we're going to talk about the skill of losing. This is actually a very, very important skill in trading, and it's quite wild to say that the best losers make the most money in trading, and I'm going to explain why. In your trading career, it's inevitable that you're going to take losses, and you need to learn how to deal with them appropriately, because otherwise they could completely ruin your career. You're going to be wrong sometimes, and that doesn't mean that you're a bad trader or that you're not able to do this. Just like making money, losing is part of the process. In fact, it's a very important part of the process because it will define your overall success long term on how well you can deal with losing. This doesn't mean that you can't trade or you're not good enough to actually do this. It's just part of the process, like winning and making money. You need to learn how to lose professionally. Taking losses in the wrong way can actually lead to erasing weeks, maybe even months worth of progress in just a few hours. So this is why it's arguably more important than just making money. Dealing with losses appropriately and manage them and keeping them small is what will result in you staying in the game long term and keeping the profits that you make. Losing money will always have a negative effect on us humans. It's because we are emotionally attached to money due to the world we live in. Money directly affects our life. Losing it, making it, directly affects our lives. So the negative emotions that you feel when you're losing money will never go away. The truth is, you just need to learn how to manage those emotions properly and stop yourself from making bad, emotional, impulsive decisions due to emotions, basically. The emotions are going to come and you're going to have to learn how to deal with them professionally. The idea of not feeling negative emotions when you lose money is just a complete lie, right? I don't care how long you've been trading, you are always going to feel bad after losing money. If we could have it our way, we would just win, we would just make money constantly. But that's not reality. You're going to lose sometimes and you need to learn how to deal with that appropriately. You're always going to feel negative about that. It's not a good thing, losing money. Let's be honest. As you get more experience, you will just get better at managing your emotions and not allowing them to sabotage your progress, basically. You'll be able to control yourself much better because you'll be aware of how your emotions are actually affecting your actions. The reason why you need to develop this skill is because you're inevitably going to take losses whether you like it or not. The goal here is to get better at managing your emotions and not allow them to dictate the path that you take. Then by default you will have more control over the outcomes that you face. Your emotions are what is going to cause you to make bad decisions, because when you're emotional, you're only thinking about how you feel in that moment. You're not thinking about anything else. And this is why you make short-term decisions on short-term feelings, and then you later have to deal with the consequences once the emotion's gone. Emotions come and go, so it's inevitable that the way you feel right now is going to go. It's going to change, and if you act impulsively and erratically due to the current emotion that you're feeling right now, whether that be from a loss or missing a trade or whatever the case might be, something negative happened in your life, you're going to make a bad decision. Once those emotions have passed, life goes on and you're left with the consequences of the actions that you took based on those emotions. So this is why it's important to be aware of this. The best thing to do when you feel negative emotions is just do nothing. Sit and think about why you're feeling that way. And once again, when you feel calm, don't do anything. Take zero action until you then feel calm again. Basically, being a good loser means that you have more awareness over the situation that you are facing. Not that you enjoy losing, but you are prepared for when things don't go your way, because that is inevitably going to happen in life. You're going to have to deal with when things don't go your way, and if you are having an emotional reaction to that, it's just going to end up in a disaster. Losing is just something that you're going to have to deal with in life. Because if you're afraid to lose, then you'll never reach your full potential, because you don't have control of your own mind, your emotions do. Real winners are actually better losers than real losers, because they are simply not afraid of failure. To truly succeed in life, you can't be worried about failing. It's just part of life, it's part of the game. The only way to avoid losing is simply not participate, and that means that you're for sure never going to win. Accepting the chance that you can lose and fail is part of moving forward. You can't allow losses to consume you, otherwise you're going to stay exactly where you are. I hope you got some value from that video. I'm going to go in the sea. I'm going to catch you guys later.